Hello y'all, it's Eman. How y'all doing? So I'm going to start these videos. It's going to happen every Tuesday, okay? And it's called Eman's News. I'm going to be sharing the news my way with my thoughts. And you can comment or not, I don't care. But I just want to tell you what I think about the news. I'm going to give it my way. Okay, so let's say breaking news. Florida. It's just so difficult to talk about Florida right now. Orlando, Florida. I'm sure you all know what's going on. Or I should say what has happened. It's just horrible. Now, I don't judge or anything like that. But according to what I have heard, and I'm going by what I have heard, not what I've read, you can get one and read it for yourself. But a lot of people think this is against gay people only, and that it's an attack. It's homophobia or whatever. Now, what I have heard is that Muslims, in their Quran, I don't know, I haven't read it. I don't even know how to get one. Probably online you can get it. In their Quran, it says that anyone who is not a Muslim is an infidel or the devil. And you don't have to kill them, but if you want to, it's okay. And then if you do kill them, when you get to heaven, you'll get a reward. And I don't know if all Muslims know that, because I know there's a lot of Muslims who don't actually read the Quran. They just heard some stuff someone told them and they believed it and they became a Muslim. But Muslims don't read. Kind of like Christians. A lot of Christians don't actually read the Bible. But I don't know, because I never read it, so I can't say. But if that is true, then it has nothing to do with gay people. That is just... And if you think about it, it's no different than the KKK. Because KKK think the same thing, that they're the best, and that if anybody who is not a white man or a white, straight, heterosexual Christian, that they're just of the devil and it's okay to kill them. And KKK would still be killing too if it wasn't against the law. And a lot of people think, well, why would the Muslims kill? It's not against the Muslims' law. The Muslims don't... They come to America, they don't obey our laws. They obey their laws, and their law says it's okay to kill. Now, not all Muslims kill because they don't want to, but according to their Quran, this is okay. Now, I don't know why he specifically chose a gay bar. That I don't know, and I really don't know. But if you think about it, when they terrorize, it's not always gay bars. So all I'm saying is we got to do something about this. I don't know. Maybe what I think it is lack of love. They just don't have any love, and neither do the KKK, because people who have love never think that they are better than anybody else and that they should be killed if they're not what they think they should be. But it is just sad. I feel so sad for all of the people who died and their family members and their friends, and just horrible. But I tell you, a lot of stuff is going on in Florida. That, what is it, the Voice contestant got killed in Orlando, Florida. Crazy. And is it just me, or does it seem like, now for those who didn't hear, I don't remember her name, one of the contestants from The Voice was at a concert, doing a concert in Orlando, Florida, and when she was done, some man found her, targeted her, and shot and killed her. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like ever since the government's taken a long time to change the gun laws, people have now been killing, it seems like to me, on purpose, because they know they can get the guns they need to do what they want to do. Now, I know a lot of people are against the laws, but it's the same as in Australia. In 1996, there was a mass shooting, and Australia decided to make gun laws, and now there has never been a mass shooting in over 20 years in Australia, and the gun violence has went down 50% since then. So it just shows me that you need laws. I mean, they didn't get rid of driving or cars or the privilege to drive. They just said you got to wear a seatbelt and you can't drink and drive and you got to be a certain age. But they didn't get rid of it. They just made laws to make sure that things don't, that less people are killed. You know, they didn't get rid of alcohol and cigarettes. They just made laws to decide who can and when they can smoke or drink it, or where they can. That's all, but they're not getting rid of it. So they're not trying to get rid of guns. They're just trying to make laws so that crazy people can't get to them, and that there are certain guns. Why did he have that type of gun anyways? No one needs that type of gun, and especially if you're hunting for animals, you don't need no gun that they use in the war for an animal. There is no animal that is that dangerous that you need a gun they use in war just to hunt it down. Come on now, that's just ridiculous. No one should have access to that. No civilian should have access to that and can just buy that in no kind of way. I mean, you can't even get an apartment without them checking out your credit and your background and calling people to make sure you're an apartment. but you can go and get a gun anyway. That's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. So I sure hope this government, in what it really is money. The NRA is paying the government not to make the laws, and the government loves money and hates us so much that that's what's really stopping them from making these laws. But it's a shame, and I sure hope somebody does something about it. But anyways, the news, I'm just sad, and I hope America can stop being stupid, because America is stupid. I mean, when bad things happen, there is a reaction, an opposite and equal reaction to every action. So if this is the reaction, obviously there's something we're doing, and there's something we gotta do to change, or otherwise things like this are just gonna keep happening. Anyway, let's move on, because I'm done with this. The Stanford rape case, I'm sure y'all heard about this. Now, this is trifling. Okay, Mr. Brock Turner. Okay, so I don't even like the fact that he used the excuse that because he was in college, he thought it was okay to do that. I went to college. I didn't rape nobody. Hello. I know the difference. My parents taught me what was good and what was right. So going to college is not an excuse for doing what's wrong. Yes, they got parties and drugs and alcohol and all those stupid fraternity parties and sorority parties, but that don't mean you got to go. I knew about that stuff, but I ignored it because I knew that's not why I was there. So, and they need to get rid of that anyways, because you go there to get an education so you can get a job. So why you got all them parties and drugs and fraternity? What's the point in that? And pledging? What's that going to do? How's that going to get you a job, pledging? Really? They need to get rid of that altogether, if you ask me. But anyway, this is discrimination. Everybody knows it. He should have got much longer than time. People, black folk, go to jail for 40, 50 years just for having less than an ounce of coke on them. And he only get how many months, years did he get for raping somebody who was unconscious? Not only is that discrimination against black folk, that's discrimination against women. Because in other words, they're saying, you don't matter to get the justice. What about her? Does she get any justice? She was raped, and the person who rapes her doesn't get the time that he's supposed to get? Did we think about her at all in this? Forget about black folk. Forget about him. Did we think about the woman, the victim? Did we think about the victim at all? And who cares she was unconscious because she was drunk? That's not an excuse to not give her the justice she has earned. Just because you are drunk and unconscious, that does not mean you are now available to have sex with. And you can be raped, and that's what you're asking for. That's not what that means. We need to give justice to that woman. That's what needs. I think nobody thought of that. Did anybody think about that? Did anybody think about her and what she thinks? Probably not. I need to move on because I'm running out of time. I only got 15 minutes. Okay, let's move on to celebrity section of the news. That was breaking news. Let's move on to the celebrity. Let me just say one thing about Brock Turner. He is going to jail. Let me just say, I hope he don't drop the soap, because you know what they do to, and he's a pretty white boy too. Ooh, child, you know what they do with them in jail. You know, not that I'm judging or anything like that, but you know. Anyway, let's move on. Celebrity news. What's his name? Oh, celebrity news, yes. Let's move to some good news. Let's talk about Akon. Now, nobody really knows nothing about Akon because that's the kind of world we live in today, where, you know, celebrities do horrible things and we know about it. But when they do good things, we don't know about it. So let's talk about Akon right now. Akon is an R&B singer, for those who don't know. An R&B singer is someone who sings rhythm and blues. I don't know, maybe you didn't know that. I'm not judging, because you know I don't judge. But he went to Africa and is hooking. He's using his money to make sure that Africans, certain countries, and he's going to try to do all of them. But right now, there's a few countries in Africa that has electricity thanks to Akon. Now, it would be nice if most celebrities would do something like that instead of, you know, sex tapes and all this other foolishness that they're doing online. It seems like to me they ought to be using their money to do good and helping people instead of doing. And why are we paying so much attention to people who are doing wrong? See, we always wonder why everything is going wrong with this country, because, you know, we give all the attention to bad behavior. So people who want attention, they know the only way I'm gonna get attention is I gotta do bad behavior. Seems like to me we ought to be giving attention to people who are doing good, so that people who are doing bad can say, if I want some attention, I gotta do good. You know what I'm saying? Why do we ignore people who are behaving themselves? That's just what I'm just trying to figure that out. That doesn't make any sense to me. So that's why I'm giving attention to Akon right about now, because people need to know the good that he is doing and ignore all them other folk who's doing wrong. Okay? So let's give it up to Akon. Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. Alright, let's move on to sports. I feel so bad for Oscar, what's his name? Pistorius, I'm sure I pronounced that wrong, whatever. So sad, you know, I can't even think about this right now because, you know, we really don't know whether he did it on purpose or not. And maybe it really was an accident. I don't know. But again, another gun, even though this wasn't in America, still guns, you know. we really need to start behaving ourselves, you know, because had we been behaving ourselves, he would have never thought that he was being robbed, because people don't rob if we was behaving ourselves. So that's why we really need to start behaving ourselves, so people don't do silly things and crazy things and accidental things like shoot somebody because they're in the bathroom. I just think it's so sad. I feel so bad for him. I don't even know what to say about him, to be honest, because I don't know whether he's guilty or innocent. I really don't know. But should he pay for what he did? I guess so. I don't know. If it was an accident, I don't know. I mean, all them white cops never paid for what they did, and that was not an accident. And that white boy with well, he was Hispanic, who killed the boy and then sold the gun online. I'm sure y'all know who I'm talking about. They didn't pay for what they did, so I really can't tell you. I don't know. I don't know. But I feel so bad for him. Okay, let's move on, because I don't know what else to say about him. Let's talk about politics. The only reason why I want to talk about politics right now is because America is so stupid. They don't even realize we don't live in a democracy anymore. Do you realize that if we lived in a democracy, there would be no such thing as primary votes? A democracy means anyone who wants to run for president can run, and on that one day we all vote, and whoever gets the most votes wins. Fairly, you know, they don't go back and lie and say somebody won, if you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, that's what a democracy is. Not to mention, when we keep talking about Republicans and Democrats, aren't there other parties? Where are they at? How come I don't hear anything about them? How come they don't get the shine and all the news and the attention as everybody else? I don't want to vote Democrat. Did you know that back in the day, the Democrats were the ones who voted to keep slavery? Now, me being a Democrat is like a slap in my ancestors' face. I'm not trying to be a Democrat. And the Republicans, I don't know. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're just selfish and only think of themselves. So I don't want to be either or. So then who am I supposed to vote for? I know there's other parties out there, but I can't find them. Where am I supposed to find them at? They don't have a big, they ain't putting them on television or on the internet and giving them big, where am I supposed to, who am I supposed to vote for? And does it really matter? Because if I don't vote Republican or Democrat, does my vote really count? Does it seriously really count? I'm just saying. I'm just annoyed with this country because they're lying. They're just lying. And then they expect people like me who know they're lying to act like I don't know they're lying. And then the dumbasses who believe in all the lies argue with those who know the truth. And so it's just sad. It's just enough. But I'm not judging anybody because I don't judge. You know I don't judge people. So just remember that, okay? I don't judge. Which is why none of us need to be judging. We need to be praying for folk who got issues and hope that they open up their eyes and see what they did wrong and just take full responsibility for what they've done and apologize and repent and not do it again. But in the end, life is all about what you do. Okay, we can sit here and argue with each other, but what are you doing to make things better? Are you doing anything? Or are you just sitting around complaining and watching television all day and not doing anything worthwhile? Think about yourself. Always think about what you can get more of. Did you ever think what you can give instead of take? How about that? Not that I'm judging, because I don't judge people. I don't. I really don't judge. You know I don't judge. So anyways, I think that's it for now. My time is running up. I only get 15 minutes, which I don't understand that. YouTube saying you don't get 15 minutes. I've seen videos on there with like an hour, 2 hours long. How did they get? That's not 15 minutes. That's discrimination, YouTube. What, do they got a pay account or something that I don't know about? Or are they laying down for somebody I don't know? Not that I'm judging. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, how did they get 2 hours of time and I only got 15 minutes? That is not fair. That is discriminating, YouTube. You need to know that. Not that it matters, because I'm not judging nobody, because I don't judge. You know I don't judge. But anyway, that's the news for now, I think. I'll be back next week. If you want to comment, say whatever you got to say. And if you want me to talk about something that I didn't talk about, let me know. And let me know about the celebrities who are doing good, because that's what I want to know. I don't know nobody else. I know that Shaka Khan got a tax organization where she helped children, but I don't know much about anybody else. So if you know a celebrity who's actually doing good with their money and helping the communities that they are in or whatever, let me know about it so I can put attention on them and ignore all those who are doing horrible things and, you know, sex tapes and new pictures getting up on the internet and plastic surgery and whatever. Because we need to ignore all that foolishness and the fight and arguing. Okay, my time is almost up. I gotta go. Alright, so that's all the time I have. Thank you for watching the Eman News. I'll be back next Wednesday. Next Tuesday. Every Tuesday is when we're gonna do this, okay? Thank you. Have a great day.